The ratings are now in for Jimmy Kimmel's first week back after his pause and near cancellation. And folks, they won't put this in the headlines. They won't tell you, but we will. Gutfeld on Fox News defeated Jimmy Kimmel in the ratings for week number 1 of his return, and it's about to get way worse. But there's a secret loser that's not Kimmel nor Gutfeld, and we'll tell you who it is in late night TV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're so happy to have you. Wipe your feet at the door and come on in to somewhere sunny USA. The studio is glistening because you're listening to what we have to say. And trying to get at the truth, well, that's what we do each and every day. Folks, as we dive in, click the like button and let's go. It is a total domination in late night TV, and they don't want to tell you about it, but Greg Gutfeld is absolutely winning. And there's somebody that you might not think of who is a huge loser in that Jimmy Kimmel fiasco that's ongoing. From the New York Post by Brian Flood, Jimmy Kimmel's short-lived ratings spike comes to screeching halt. It says, Disney briefly suspended ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live after the host's remark about the alleged assassin of Charlie Kirk sparked widespread backlash. On Thursday, Jimmy Kimmel Live averaged 2.3 million total viewers, a staggering 64% drop from the 6.5 million who tuned in for Tuesday's much-hyped return. Kimmel shed even more viewers in the advertiser-coveted demographic of adults aged 25 to 54, with Thursday's episode hemorrhaging 73% of viewers from the critical category. That's right, folks, you heard it. 73% drop for Jimmy Kimmel, and that's just in the first 2 days. Going to John Basham, it says, after the sugar high viewership of Jimmy Kimmel's Tuesday returning to late night, Kimmel's ratings have dropped 70%. Here's the ratings from the Wednesday. By the very next day, so not 2 days, but by the very next day, Greg Gutfeld won the late night contest with 3.2 million viewers, Jimmy Kimmel in second with 2.4, and Stephen Colbert barely missing out on 2 million, and of course, Jimmy Fallon all the way down to 1.2. Terrible, terrible, terrible for Jimmy Fallon, and I'm going to explain why he is the real loser here. You see, Gutfeld is dominating them in a way that they don't even know what to do with. They don't even want to admit that he's late night, yet he is. And Jimmy Kimmel is losing by almost 1 million to the man in day 2 of his return, when we're supposed to believe that the entire nation was enraptured with the desire to get Kimmel back on the air. It was freedom of speech, darn it. You've got to fight back against the Orange Men's FCC. Well, see you bye. No more of that narrative, please, because Gutfeld beat him by almost 1 million viewers on day 2. How much is going to be in day 5, day 7, day 9? Folks, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. Jimmy Fallon, however, is the ultimate loser here. And why? Because Fallon doesn't have a demo left. If Colbert goes away and Kimmel went away, then there were going to be 2 people in late night. It was going to be Gutfeld and Fallon, and that's 2 slices of a small but significant pizza. And Fallon's ratings would have exploded. Now, Colbert's going to leave, but Kimmel's not, and that means that Fallon's, well, going to be in a battle with the guy who is supposedly the left's media martyr. Let's go to this out of the Los Angeles Times. I want you to see just how much fun Gutfeld is having with all of this. This article says, Fox News, Greg Gutfeld makes late night his punchline. We're the ones now who are having fun. This is by Ali Lehrman. And I'm going to go to some particular questions that I find interesting. It says, they're asking Greg Gutfeld, the number 1 late night rated host, how do you find out you're number 1 in the 10 p.m. time slot? Is there a cake and a massive check? And he says, it's more brought to you and then happens over time. I get ratings every single day, so I was able to watch us win. I guess I wasn't surprised by it. I just knew that it was going to take time. I thought, yeah, maybe in a couple of years, but it was like in a matter of months. If we keep going down, I want to get, let's get the one that we want. It says, some people really write their own headlines. I imagine yours ramped up after you took the king of late night joke and ran with it. He says, I'm trying to think where the king came from, and I think I have to credit Dave Rubin. I think Rubin was on during the first week of the show and said something like, you're going to be the king of late night. You're going to be number 1. I don't like saying stuff like that because then it'll be thrown back in your face, but he was right. Then, of course, I had to put it on my book cover. I don't even know how that all happened, but putting it on the cover of my book was just like this audacious and ridiculous thing having me on the top like I'm a skyscraper where King Kong swatted down people. And he goes on to talk about this whole article, folks. Go check it out on the LA Times. Gutfeld goes on to talk about just how much fun he's having winning late night TV. Guys, what I want to ask you, though, about is the media. The media pushed a narrative in favor of Hollyweird, all about how you needed to be in fear of Kimmel going off the air. I bet we see almost zero articles about the fact that Gutfeld beat Kimmel in his first week back. Gutfeld on cable news. Gutfeld beat their media martyr. Guys, what do you think about the idea of Gutfeld winning on day number 2 against Kimmel, and it's going to get worse from there?
I think that this shows that the celebrity culture that drives Kimmel's audience is completely dead as far as the audience is concerned.
It's the least surprising thing that's happened all year. Jimmy Kimmel has support from Hollywood celebrities, and we saw during the election last year exactly how far that support goes. The Hollywood celebrities do not speak for the people. The people speak for themselves now. Hollywood is no longer the barometer of normal human beings. And Gutfeld was doing better before Kimmel was kicked off the air, and he's doing better again one day after. A lot of people just tuned into Kimmel to hear what he had to say. They wanted to hear he was going to apologize, or he was going to say something incendiary. They had there was this buzz around it as if something really big was going to happen. And then, of course, we saw what we saw. Everyone was like, okay, that's enough. He brought out Robert De Niro for an unfunny scripted bit, and then everybody went back to watching Gutfeld.
Can I ask a question? Because you write ratings stuff on the website all the time. Mm-hmm. How many stories have we seen coming out of the trades, or I should say the tabloids, and the other people who pay attention to entertainment ratings? How many stories have we seen about day 2 of Jimmy's return, or day 3, or day 4? I mean, outside of yours.
The day that we ran the article about him losing 70% of his audience in the second day, CNN ran an article about how the Jimmy Kimmel ratings train continues to run because they were citing YouTube numbers as ratings.
Have they ever done that before?
Lied? Yes.
No, I'm saying, have they ever, I mean, obviously they lie all the time, but have they ever cited YouTube ratings when it came to Kimmel or any of the other late night hosts?
Occasionally with Colbert, sometimes they do it because it's the only place where, like, if a Colbert video gets a couple of million views, they point to that as like, look, people watch him.
Well, so they must be tracking Gutfeld's internet impressions as well, then, because
they
those
try to
are
ignore that Gutfeld exists. I've never seen
only late nighter wants to include him. They
have not.
Try.
They Pro, I'm sorry, I'm going to push back. Late Nighter has been very one-sided on their Kimmel coverage. They've been hiding it, obfuscating it left and right.
What I'm saying is they're one of the only websites that include Gutfeld when they do the ratings. I have to go to 2 different sources often to get the ratings for Gutfeld because they refuse to put him in there. He's easily the number 1 late night host, easily. Oftentimes he has more viewers than Colbert and Kimmel combined.
When the only time I've seen Gutfeld mentioned, like, in the trades or anything like that, was when Fallon
had him on. Yeah, that's concerning to me, and it really does show the amount of leftist. I'm not even saying the other thing. The leftist biases these days when it comes to covering any of this stuff. They do not want people to recognize or realize that people aren't watching the leftist stuff, right? I mean, they've moved away from that, especially when it comes to news, and now obviously with late night television. Do you realize I watch Gutfeld and the 5 on YouTube? That's what I watch when I'm trying to get some information and or get a laugh. I can't watch any of these other programs anymore. I can't watch CNN because they cut off the only guy that's good on there, which is Scott Jennings.
So what you're saying, though, Culture, is you want to watch Jessica Tarlov on YouTube? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want to watch her get destroyed every night. That's super fun. Let me show you. Talking about destruction. Let me put this up on the screen. I want to show folks so you know how did he lose 70% plus? How did he do it? Like, how do you manage that? How do you drop 70% in 48 hours
And how do you lose to Greg Gutfeld after you were just named the media martyr of the left? Like, you just came out, you are the archon of free speech. You're the embodiment of fighting back against the orange man. Here's how you do it, folks. Here was Jimmy Kimmel on day 2, I believe. I believe this is September. Let me double check my math here. No, this is day 3. On the third day of Jimmy Kimmel's experience of returning, this is what he had to say. This is the quality of the show.
Here's the thing. For those who think I go too hard on Donald Trump, to the point where there are still a lot of people who think I should be pulled off the air for making fun of Donald Trump. So I want to explain. I talk about Trump more than anything because he's a bully. I don't like bullies. I played the clarinet in high school, okay? So
You are a bully.
Donald Trump is an old-fashioned 80s movie-style bully, taking your lunch money. And if you give it to him once, he'll take it again. 2 things he loves, lunch and money, okay? He will take that peanut butter and jelly sandwich your mom cut in half like a triangle for you. He will gobble it up in front of your face, and then he'll eat your little Ziploc bag of Oreos, too. And he'll take the note your mother put in your lunchbox, and he'll read it aloud to everyone. Oh, look, mommy loves her little boy. And then he'll smile with a bunch of cookies in his teeth.
Wow.
What part of that was meant to be funny? He's just like it's a hack joke to begin with.
It's 5th grade level. You know, this is akin to going on a giant network and saying such and such, so and so is a doo-doo poopy head. And let me tell you what kind of doo-doo poopy head he is. He's such a doo-doo poopy head that he would tie your shoes together and make you fall down in the mud. And then when you fall down in the mud, he would laugh at you and say, "You've got a stinky poo-poo face now." Like, that is the level of discourse. That's how you drop 70% plus. That's how Greg Gutfeld wins.
He's doing this comedy thing that it's one of my pet peeves when comedians do it. It's this Dane Cook thing where all you're doing is talking about a thing that happens and people are supposed to find that funny. It's like, and then I open the door and you turn the knob and it goes, and people laugh.
Yeah, Dane Cook was not funny.
He was terrible.
Yeah. So basically, everybody got the equivalent of a free trial of Jimmy Kimmel the other day because they wanted to see what he was going to say.
That's a great low. Yeah.
At the introductory price. And they said, "Do you want to keep watching for free?" And everyone said, "No, we're good. We're good. We're going to keep literally doing anything else."
Right. Back to Gutfeld, please. Okay. So this guys, here's the thing that I think has been realized across America. After all of this blows down, and after the Hollywood trades and the legacy media and the agencies and all of them, after they've all tuckered out on this, and there's nobody watching, but hey, you got a dead show to stay on the air. He's not funny. He is not funny. He is just sitting there reading. I mean, hang on. Let me play it just again. Folks, tell me if he's funny, okay? I want you to think about your favorite comedian. And then watch this.
Triangle for you. He will gobble it up in front of your face, and then he'll eat your little Ziploc bag of Oreos, too. And he'll take the note your mother put in your lunchbox, and he'll read it aloud to everyone. Oh, look, mommy loves her little boy.
He's not funny. He just stands there and reads. He just spews nonsensical hatred from a teleprompter. That's all he's doing. He's just reading what other people wrote for him. He's not a funny guy. And they tried to, like, they risked everything. They risked the FCC agreement on the NFL deal. They're risking their affiliates. They risked everything on saving an unfunny guy.
Pro, I don't think that NFL deal is going to happen.
No. Oh, and that's a couple $1 billion not going Disney's way.
Yeah. And look, I mean, I don't know why corporations insist on losing money, and Disney is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to that. So he's not funny. He's going to be crumpled up into tissue paper again from the waste bin he was plucked from, and he'll be back to 129,000 people in the demo, and that's it.
And that's why Greg Gutfeld is the winner. That's why from all of this, Greg Gutfeld is probably going to get up there into the 4 millions. He won't stay at 3 million. He'll get up in the 4 millions. Yeah. And not only will he do that, Jimmy Fallon's the loser in all of this because Kimmel can't be canceled anymore. So he can just say whatever doo-doo poopy head thing he wants to say. That's the level of discourse he has on his show. Meanwhile, Fallon has no show anymore because he tried to do what the others wanted him to do. And in doing so, lost it all. So there you go, folks. There's what's happening late night. Greg Gutfeld has been made the king on on late night via cable news because they just can't stop losing, whether it's Colbert or Kimmel or poor, sad little Fallon. That's what's happening on late night. You know, it's always sad when one of these videos ends, and yet it is the beginning of the wait for the next one to land 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. And by the way, there's plenty more on our partner channels, That Part Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and go check out the original music we have on stations like Vacation Radio. We'd love to have you, love to entertain you. At least we'll do a better job than some of the current entertainment companies. Folks, like, share, subscribe, and you know what? Drop a comment right on down below. Share this out anywhere you go on social media. And until the next time, we have the honor, the pleasure of getting to spend time with you when you choose to invite us into your day to add the value that we hope to bring your way. We ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona, Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.